trash.
Yep, I'm gonna use hers.
Whatever, y'all.
I threw mine in the trash. I said, "What the
That
garbage
thing
I was using?" No
That's
wonder
what-
I ain't just. It was fire. Woo.
She
Okay.
is awesome.
Very professional, beautiful. Great job.
Where's that posted at? I missed that.
She I think anybody who wanted it, she sent it out to your link.
Oh.
Let her send it to you, man. It's beautiful, Rod.
Okay, all
One of
right.
the best I've seen. I'm serious.
Yes, great. She did a great job on it.
I ain't even lying.
Yeah.
It's like one of those kids. You be like, man, she been here before.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just in the back.
That child been here before. All right, awesome.
Now, and I can't take 100. I pulled a lot of that information from different listing agents that were top listing agents in their markets, and I just put so.
Nice. That's what you do.
Yep.
Yep. Awesome.
No need to reinvent.
No. RD.
We was in the military. There's only one SOP created. We all robbed and duplicated that one.
Yep.
That's what we did. Absolutely.
Yep.
Wow.
Any other wins, guys? Any other wins?
Hey,
yeah.
hey, I had a win. I had a family member that's been a Keller Williams agent for a while, and we've been talking for a minute, for years now, and she decided that she's gonna take a better look at EXP. We're gonna meet. She thinks she want to come on over, be mentored over here. So we're gonna be meeting this coming up week. And then I took on a mentee this week. I haven't been taking on no mentees, even though I've been mentor certified. I hadn't done it in a while, so I got a guy military guy. You know, we kind of meshed and everything. So I'm gonna be doing that this week. So that's a good thing. And then right now I got an offer supposed to come in on my land. So we see how that pan out this week.
Awesome.
That is awesome, Tim. Congratulations.
Congrats, Tim.
Yeah, I had a pretty good week myself. I had one of my past clients. I sold their house in October, November timeframe. Called me Saturday while I was on vacation. Said they wanted to find a house and they were looking. They found a house. We went to see it last night after I had conversations with the sales agent, and we ended up writing a contract last night.
Woo!
So those were the pictures I was posting, because we literally put the sold sign on the lot at 9 p.m.
Wow.
And took the picture. Yes.
Wow. Awesome.
It was wonderful. And I had a closing yesterday, so it was a good Thursday.
Awesome.
Come on, Pam. Celebrate.
Thank you. I'm celebrating.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Wow, Pam's on fire.
So I had a settlement yesterday from my Stafford, Austin Ridge selling.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Rodney.
Awesome. Monday.
Congratulations, brother.
And then I got a settlement today for my new construction. When we did the reconsideration of value, it's going to close today.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you're gonna have to teach us about that one time. I like how you did that.
Yeah, the reconsideration.
It was 10% me, 100% on my buyer, because we had talking, and I was telling him, you know, sometimes I don't interject myself between my buyers and their lenders, but this one was a little crazy because even the stuff he was telling me sounded crazy. So I told him it went down just like this. I told my buyer, reach out to your VA rep. He did. The VA rep connected him with the actual appraiser, and the VA rep was kind of the intermediary. And the rep told my buyer, hey, look, send me an email just explaining the comps in the area. What I did, I went back because I was looking at the comps that the sales rep gave the appraiser, and they were just all over the place. So I gave my buyer a new CMA with some comps of the neighborhood. And my buyer took it, embedded it in the email, sent it to the VA rep. The VA rep got with the appraiser and they boosted the appraisal up another like $48,000.
Nice.
So my client went from a $69,000 deficit to a $6,000 deficit.
Nice.
That is awesome.
That's amazing.
Awesome. I'm not gonna forget about that.
That's great.
important.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're pretty happy.
Wow, that's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, sometimes you have to do that to save the deal, guys. Usually, you know, it's the opposite way. We want the appraisers to come in lower for our buyers, but they could kill a deal, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And even though they could have bought the house, they didn't want to buy it at that big of a deficit, and I didn't want to see them get hosed like that.
Right.
So, you know, we put our heads together and did a way better job than what the sales rep and the lender did. So it was a win. It was a team effort.
That's awesome.
That is
Right.
Hey guys, I want to share just part of the as well. On top of that, something unusual happened. You know, when you push through, sometimes things will happen. I actually went in under asking, and I thought about Jimmy when I did this for the house the contract I got ratified yesterday. It'd been on the market for 19 days. And I just told my buyers, like, we're going to go in under asking, and we won. So it was just, and actually another offer came in at the same time. Like, it had no offers on this house because I called the agent. It was an open door property. So I called open door, and they hadn't had any offers. And as soon as we submitted the offers, I think they had one or two other offers come in. I'm like, really? So I told my client, well, I guess, you know, because they sent me an email back saying, hey, there's another offer that came in, you know, respond with your highest and best. And I said, no, that's our highest and best. And we kind of stuck to our guns with the lower offer, and we won. So, yeah.
Nice. Wow.
You never know.
Wow. In this market. That's
good.
amazing.
Congratulations.
Great.
Congrats.
congratulations. That's wonderful.
Wow. All right, guys. Any other wins?
Yes, I want to talk about the wins I got from speaking into existence on Wednesday. So I got my 2 offers ratified.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Layla,
Yeah.
great job.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I saved a deal yesterday for my, I have a guy that it's a builder, and he had a deal in Arlington to purchase a house and remodel it. And his deal fell through. He called me yesterday. He was supposed to close today, and the lender backed up out of the deal. So I found him a lender. I found him a title company that will save the deal and close in 3 days. So he's closing next Wednesday, and we're putting the house on the market. It's going to be remodeled, but it's coming up in Arlington for 1.25. So that will be my first $1 million home.
Wow.
Awesome, Layla.
Yeah, I'm so excited for it.
Nice. That is
Thank you.
awesome, Noella.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah. Wow. $1 million listing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
1.25. So I'm like, okay, how long is it gonna take you? He's like 3 months. I said, you have 2 months.
That is awesome. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Okay, guys. Any other? Man, I got a win from yesterday. I got to sit in Real Deal Neil's Maserati. I was going through his neighborhood because I was trying to look for me. You know, I was driving for dollars. I was riding through the neighborhood. He live in one of the big neighborhoods, 600 range, 600-700, up to $1 million probably. So I was like, that's where Tim lived. I saw the Maserati under the garage, and then I passed through Tim, and I came back. I was like, man, I hope I see him outside. I see the garage up. And there he was. Yeah. So congrats
Yeah,
again, Tim.
yeah.
That thing is a
Hey.
beast.
And speaking of Tim, I have a message for you, Tim, from the sales
that?
rep at Keswick. I was sitting getting ready to sign the contract with my client, and she pulled out your card and she said, "Do you know this guy?" I said, "That is Tim Real Deal Neal." And she said, "You tell Tim to bring me a buyer. Buy one of these properties out here." That was Rebecca. She was a pistol.
Okay.
Oh my God. Yep, she remembered you. I said I was gonna tell you. So consider yourself warned. She's got 5 more of those units out there that are ramblers. Those things are beautiful. If you guys have somebody looking for first floor living, on the main level, they have 14-foot ceilings and 8-foot doors. Those things look so elegant. They are nice.
Where is this, Pam?
That is in Richmond American subdivision called Keswick. They have 5 more lots. That's just one of the houses that could be put on the lot. The base price for the one my tenant got was $499.
Gotcha.
You know that's hard to find, right?
I mean, what city? Where is it?
It's in
located?
Spotsylvania.
In
If you
Spotsylvania,
do a
okay.
search for Richmond American Keswick,
Okay.
it will take you out there.
Nice.
Yeah, they're beautiful houses. The one level
They are
living.
beautiful. That model is the bomb.
Okay.
Yes. It is similar to one I sold in Embry Mills, with the exception of with these tall ceilings and doors, it gives the house a whole different look. And it comes with the 9-foot ceilings in the basement. And they are finishing the rec room, and everybody's not doing that. And if your client uses their lender, they get the $15,000 towards closing.
Nice. That's nice. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Not toward closing.
That's
All
it.
right.
Nobody
Yeah.
is doing it right now.
No, nobody's doing that. Wow, that's awesome.
They're paying commission, good commission too, aren't they?
2.5 commission.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
While
it's
everybody
good.
else is trying to get down to 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So it's
Yep.
really good.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I got a couple of new constructions that was like that that my buyers bought that they closing next month. So yeah, they do well.
Yeah. There's a lot more coming down there. Ryan Holmes has a new subdivision coming in not far from there as well. So they are building a lot, trying to attract some folks. So just another place to go look if your clients are looking south.
That's nice. All right.
Where are they? Where south? Where? Pam?
So this is Spotsylvania County. It's like Fredericksburg, just on the southern tip of Fredericksburg.
Oh, okay. That way. I
yeah.
thought it was Maryland, but okay.
No,
it's Virginia.
nice area.
Okay.
So I'm looking for new construction in Maryland. If anybody finds out about something new coming, if you could drop me some information.
What area in Maryland are you looking for?
Waldorf, Bowie, Fort Washington, any of those areas. But they're open. They just want to be in Maryland.
All right, good. Thank you. Okay, guys, this shift, I want to be able to spend some time on this, and we might not go all the way to 9, but let me share my screen here. So I want to talk about a success formula. Can everybody see the slides?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I know we've kind of been hitting this a little bit. Let's see that Joanne. So kind of like this first one, like we want to identify, guys, what's blocking the flow of business. I know you've been hearing it a lot, but I kind of want to keep coming back to it because, and we hit on it earlier this week. Has anybody done that exercise? Anybody do that exercise with kind of identifying some little things that could be blocking business from flowing to you? Did anybody do that exercise? Just take a few minutes to think about. the business flowing and what could be stopping the flow. I always make the analogy in my business of a flow. I want to be in the flow where things are just flowing to me. It just flows, and identifying things that could be keeping, kind of blocking the flow. Like I identified some things that was blocking the flow this week. I got to get an admin person. I'm doing too much administrative stuff. I'm putting in listings. And my TC has kind of been dropping the ball lately. So I haven't been able to stay laser focused on new business coming in. And because I'm now focusing on everything that's jacked up and wrong and all this admin stuff. So I'm not really focused and expecting. I kind of had to shut off mentally new business coming in because I got to get this admin stuff. When you're juggling almost 10 listings coming in and plus buyers looking and all that, now I'm kind of hitting this ceiling. I'm hitting this block. I'm like constricting the flow because I got to get my stuff together. So anybody take a minute to kind of identify some possible blocks? What's blocking the business? Just dealing with that first one for now. What's blocking business from flowing to you? Anybody do that? Nobody?
I did.
Thank you, Lisa. At least somebody did.
I definitely did. And I appreciate you, Rod, giving me the information for your church. I know that there's a computer that I've been waiting to do because it's like $700, but I got to do it. I just got to jump in because mine, I can't look up things quickly. It's really frustrating. So I know what I have to do. I just got to do it this week. I got to do it today. I'm not doing it this week. I'm doing it today.
Absolutely. Good. If there's an experiment, I'm a Mac guy now. I love Macs, but Experiment sells pre-owned Macs. Even if you wanted to get a pre-owned computer, they have really good Macs.
Experamax, that's the name?
I think it's the name of it, Experiment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look that up. Thank you.
Yeah. They're
And you can get some off of eBay, Groupon, and Amazon as well. Have pre-owned Macs. I'm a Mac person too. But Rod, I was going to say what was blocking me is just having systems and processes in place. It's just, having a follow-up process for my buyers, having, using my CRM effectively and ensuring that I'm following up with people in a timely fashion and putting them in a system that works, not dropping the ball on that stuff. And that is a huge blocker if we don't have systems and processes. So I started putting that together this week, and I found myself less stressed, more focused, and actually seeing a pattern to actually develop a consistent flow of business because I haven't had a system. So it's been all over the place. But when I'm starting to refine my system to work for me.
That's good. That's real good. Systems, processes. Guys,
just like having a buyer intake form and a seller intake form, those types of things in place so that I can say, okay, what's your time frame for buying? Where are you in the process? That type of stuff.
Wow, that's huge.
I like that.
That's good.
That way you don't have to remember the questions to ask. You got it in front of you.
Only because it's the dream team. I will share my buyer and seller intake form. I actually just modified it and updated. Again, can't take credit. I rip off and duplicate a lot of stuff.
Right.
And so these are some of the best intake forms I have found based on the groups I'm a part of on Facebook and different places. And these two came out. I think I really like these so far because it's kind of, focus my energies and how I'm asking questions now.
You want to share your screen, Natasha?
Let me move to my computer and let me switch to my computer and I can share it.
Okay.
So you're gonna put them in, where are you gonna send them to?
I'll put it in the Facebook group because it's Word documents and you can add to it. And, but let me switch to my computer. I'm moving to my office now.
Okay.
Any others, guys? Anybody else took some time to identified blocks? What's
I
holding
did.
you back?
I took some time to identify some blocks because, honestly, my problem is not necessarily getting the business all the time, because just looking back, because that's what your exercise forced me to do, look back over the past couple of weeks. I've gotten a lot of new clients over the past couple of weeks. And I'm juggling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, do I need to add somebody else to my team? I need to tighten up my system. I know I got to do that because I really, really have to automate some things. It's not enough for me to go around sometimes.
Right.
And that's a killer. If you can't get back to people and provide value, making sure, that you're staying connected to those folks that want to do business with you, they'll drop off and go find somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I haven't had that happen, but I felt like I've been on the verge because I'm trying to make sure I'm staying connected.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still, I know I should be utilizing my dang on spreadsheet more, but I've been so busy I hadn't used my spreadsheet as much as I should because I could at a glance see what was going on. So instead, I still been writing in my notebook. But if I were to lose this notebook, I would just be in so much trouble. So it's like gold for me. I'm a list maker. I'm a writer, and I have the ability. I remember a lot of what I write. I can know that I wrote it. I can sit down on a blank piece of paper and write a lot of it down. But the memory is not infallible. So I need to tighten up my systems and tighten up my processes. So I love what Natasha was saying about buyer seller intake forms.
That's good.
I need to just send those out. I have a canned email that I send out to all my new buyers. All right. So, but I have not been using the one for my sellers. So, yeah.
That's good.
Not just have it, but use it.
That's right. Good. Heard Mike Houston say, oh, go ahead, Tim.
Kind of the same thing with Natasha and Pam was talking about, having them systems in place and staying organized. Because I write a lot of stuff down. That's why I got a pad. I got all my a notebook for my sellers and buyers. I'm always writing down every conversation, every time I call them, following up. But I got a spreadsheet too, but I don't always update my spreadsheet like I should. So, I end up following up with the people that I'm talking to all the time, and picking up the phone, but some of those folks on the spreadsheet, if I don't go back into it, I end up missing it, dropping it, to forgetting when's the last time I talked to them or had a conversation. So really, probably missing business in that, and just not having a tight system, and just trying to stay on top of that, and then also spending too much time, with ones that are not picking up the phone or not following up on when I call them and things like that, going after new business during that time instead of spending a lot of time just following up on folks. It ain't now I got a lot of buyers that are ready to go out when they get houses, ready to roll, but you got some of them they sporadic. 1 minute they hot, they call me, Tim, I'm ready to go, I see this property and they pre-qualified, let's do this, and then next thing you know, they jump off the ground for a couple of weeks. It's like, what do you want a house or you don't want a house? I'm not gonna keep calling you. You know what I mean? So really just trying to focus on those people that's ready to go, picking up the phone, have a conversation, and not spending a lot of time worrying about the ones that are in and out. I don't know if you got people like that, but I have a few.
Yeah, that's good.
Last week, my taxes, I was like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta get my stuff, pull my stuff together, and and normally I do a pretty good job, but I was kind of slacking, and so I just had to sit down this week and do it. And once it's out the way, it was like, okay, boom, that's done. I'm free. It's done. It's gone. They got it. I'm moving on. You know what I'm saying? So little things like that, not little, but something that you got to take care of is a necessary evil.
Right. Good. Natasha, you want to share that real quick? Just real quick, because I want to hit these other points here, but just real quick, just show them. And then if somebody wants it, you just share your information with Natasha
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep, we hear you now.
All right, so I found this buyer intake sheet to be helpful to me. There's one that I send to my clients, and then there's one, this is the one I complete when I'm doing my buyer consultation. So it kind of goes through the information, home search criteria and et cetera. And I have kind of a checklist now. I also send them, hold on, this email. Wait, why can't I get this? Hold on one second. I also send them an email kind of outlining the next steps. Why is this not working today?
That's good.
As soon as I can get to window. Oh, here we go. So I have this email I send out to them, say kind of, the buyer consultation. I send them information, the exclusive buyer representation, pre-qualification, and I attach onto it, and I have a checklist, a checkbox that says, hey, I've sent them this initial email and a follow-up process that I will put them into, if they have not completed like the buyer representation or the pre-qualification, if they haven't been pre-qualified as yet. And then if they are still early, very, very early in the process, like they're working on credit, et cetera, I also have another email that I send to them. And I do the same for my sellers. And listen, this saved, I have a listing coming on the market. And when I was filling this out, this really saved, I think really was helpful to my sellers, because I asked them a question specific to the septic tank, and they had never had the septic tank pumped or inspected. Where are we? Yeah. And they called me yesterday saying it cost them about $4,500, but I was glad that they found it instead of, a buyer finding it during inspection, or something worse could have happened while they were still at the house. So they're getting that repaired right now. So I added this. This was actually not on my seller intake form, but like, is your home on septic or on when was it last serviced or pumped, or is it on sewer? Things like that are important as you're going through your listing presentation. So I kind of ask all these questions, like 2 pages worth of stuff.
That's good.
And then I ask them for a copy of, if they have a termite bond, provide me a copy, average utility bills, the age of the HVAC, all of the appliances. And then I have notes that I take on that. Covenants, home warranty, and then I send them a spreadsheet. So this is kind of my intake form as I am filling, as we are having a conversation concerning the listing. All right, that's all. I'm going to stop sharing now.
Awesome. Woo! That is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
Natasha.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Natasha.
I'll put it out there in the Dream Team Facebook group. Probably it'll be easier for everyone to grab it from there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, guys, have you reviewed, meditated on your goals today or this week, yesterday? Have you done that recently, guys? Meditated on your goals, reviewed your goals. You got to know where you're going. Anybody looked at their goals this morning?
Not this morning, but this week.
All right. So I got mine on my desk where I can always see them. I got it on a clipboard, kind of mounted up. I can always see, 25 million in sales, 2021. Yeah, Forex icon, 50 plus closed transactions, 500,000 GCI. So I got it right here. So you're gonna get it where you see it, so you can stay focused. A lot of people, yep.
Hey, I gotta reset my goals, because at the end of the month, I'll reach my sales goal for the year, and I'm almost embarrassed to say what the number is.
Right now.
What seemed really high in January, I'm about to hit it at the end of the month. So
wow,
I gotta reset that goal. I didn't go bold enough.
Yeah.
All right, that's okay.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to reset it though.
That's it, Rodney. Yeah, reset it, man.
That's right.
Awesome. So guys, that's part of it. Review and meditate your goals so you can stay focused, because that brings you to the next line. What are you focused on? You know, are you more focused on what you don't want? Anybody got any comments on that? Being focused on what you don't want? Because I think a lot of people in life do that, not just real estate, but people in general in our life. We spend a lot of time focusing on what's wrong, what's not happening, when you should be focused on the end goal. What do you want to see it happen? How do you want to see it? You know, if you stay, that's why they say the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Because it's a matter of focus. What do they focus on? The poor person, the person that's lack and struggling, always got money issues. That's all they see. That's all they're focused on. That's all they see in their community, their surroundings. Things are broke. Things are empty, running out, you know, just lack. That's what they're focused on. So they're drawing more of that to them. But you start having more thoughts of abundance and blessings and favor and speaking the word of God over your business. And just, does that make sense, y'all? Any comments on that?
Absolutely.
It's so critical what you're focused on, what you're saying.
Yeah, I witnessed it on Wednesday because I've been going out with this buyer for a long time and we've been putting a lot of offers. And then on Wednesday, I said, we're going to get this one ratified. We got it ratified.
Yeah, you're speaking it. Yes. Declare. So guys, be careful of the words that are coming out of your mouth. Be careful. Guard it. Be a centurion at the gate, a guard. You got to guard your mindset, guard the words that are coming out because you're framing your future. So be careful what you're focused on. So take some time, just like we identify what's blocking your business. You got to take some time to say, what am I really, really, really focused on? What am I, you know, my main pervasive thoughts? What are the most thoughts? What am I thinking about the most throughout my day? You got to really take some time to do that, because are you thinking about lack? Are you thinking about that you don't have any clients, that you don't have any deals, that, man, where's my next client coming from? Where's all these, are you focused on worry and doubt and what's not, how the situation currently is instead of how you want it to be? Does that make sense?
Loose lips sinks ships. Loose lips sinks ships.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your thought process will determine where you're going. Create your wall. It's like the most basic of principles, but it's the most vital thing that we have to make sure we do. How you thinking about every single thing you're involved in?
Yeah.
You know, if you're thinking that you have a bill that cannot be paid, you will have a bill that cannot be paid. If you're thinking you've got to 10x the process of every single thing. You can do every single thing that you decide that you want to do. You gotta multiply whatever your desires are. Don't just think it and dream it. It's a provision. You have to also write it. In provision means you're writing something down. You've got to have that mentality, that mindset that it can be done and it will be done if you do not have the doubt and if you're willing to put the work into it. I'm sorry my voice is gone, so I really can't talk, but yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy. That's awesome. Yeah, he was preaching last night. So he's lost his voice.
No, I'm preaching every day to me. I'm actually constantly, perpetually walking and praying. And it's not a braggadocious thing. I have to be in a mentality, a mindset of constantly renewing my mind and speaking to myself. Whether even, and I love the fact that I can wear a mask, because then you don't think I'm crazy. Because underneath my mask, I'm freaking, I'm talking, I'm making declarations, because it's that important. We live in a very dark, dangerous world that you've got to guard what you're doing. You've got to create your world. Don't let the world create it for you. I mean, what are we thinking? If we think things are just going to happen by accident, it doesn't. Nothing just happens. You've got to make it happen.
That is so critical what he said, guys. Throughout his day, declaring, speaking, praying throughout the day. I mean, that's what the word says. Pray without ceasing. That's the word. We're living it.
People think you got to kneel down. You don't need to kneel down. You're having a conversation. It's a conversation with God. Mm-hmm. It's a conversation with yourself. It's a conversation with your inner man. The self-same spirit that raised Christ from the dead dwells on the inside of you. And it's that by that spirit that you get life. He said that same spirit will quicken, give life to your physical, your mortal body, your everything, your fiber. So you've got to understand that sometimes the reason why we don't see breakthroughs in what we do is because the Holy Spirit is on the inside, the power of God is on the inside, but we're not allowing him to break out and affect our world, affect our bodies, affect our thought process, affect the things that we do. If we don't let that happen, the Holy Spirit is gentle, he's not going to force his way out. We gotta create those things. You gotta take what you want by force sometimes. And sometimes you just gotta phrase it through. But it's all about a mind process. It's all about what you're declaring, what you're thinking, how you think, how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself because everybody is dying, you're gonna die? Do you see yourself because business is not flowing, yours is not gonna flow? I said this all, I don't need to run after business. Business runs after me. I don't, we're supposed to be getting phone calls from people that you've done the right things with, and they call you and say, okay,
Blessings
now I want to
chasing
sell.
us down, Jimmy.
That's what it's supposed to be. And so there was never a place, and this is the last time I'm gonna say, there's never a place I saw in the Bible that even any self-help book that you read, or any, I use the Bible. There is nowhere in the Bible that says that Jesus Christ was in a hurry to get anywhere. He's never running anywhere. He was walking somewhere. People are running to him and stopping him, but he was never in a hurry. I refuse to live my life striving. I strive. I don't strive.
That's good. That's good. Guys, I think, and that's the point we're trying to get across with Dream Team. I mean, everybody else can, I know a lot of coaches, we've been in a lot of coaching groups, but us, it's about getting in that flow where the business is chasing you down, just like Jimmy just said. That's what happens with me. The business, if you've done a great job for those people who you like and trust, you served in the past, your past clients, they should be contacting you. They should be telling everybody about you. If my business shuts down, it's because I shut it down. Like this week, I shut it down because I'm frustrated because I don't have my systems in place. That's why we got to identify what's blocking the flow. And so as soon as I get things back on, it's like, that's the power that we have, guys. I can turn the business on and off, in the spirit realm. Are y'all getting this, what we're saying? Are y'all?
Yes,
Yes.
So you got to start commanding the blessing over your life and over your business, knowing who you are. Are you focused on what you don't want, guys? That's a big one. Let me get back to sharing the screen. Are you focused more on what you don't want? Am I sharing? I guess I'm already sharing. Are you more focused? So you got to spend some time meditating on that. Am I thinking about what I don't want? You got to be careful what you think about, what you're thinking about. That's what we're trying to say. Think about what you're thinking about. Think about what you're meditating on for most of your day. What's speaking, what's coming out of your mouth, and what's in your mind. Are you more focused on what is not happening? Agents who are not doing the deals, they're focused more on that they're not doing deals. So it becomes a cycle. That's why you got to get your goals in front of you and say, this is what I want to accomplish. This is what I want. This is what I want to achieve this month, this week, today. Does that make sense? Anybody? Come on, somebody talk back to me. Anybody?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Anybody want to speak on it? Anybody else kind of elaborate on what we're saying?
I just want to say I was just talking about this last night with my mentor Joy. We were talking about the same exact thing because I listened to Miles Monroe a lot, and he, a lot of what he says, what you guys speak on. That's why I just feel so blessed to be in this group, to hear the reaffirmation of the things that I already listened to. because, you know, he's passed, he's not here with us anymore, but to have to find a group that enforces the same things that I listen to just keep me I'm trying to get more confident. Well, I am going to get more confident in this business, because I have no experience in this type of business. I mean, I'm come from a cosmetology background, so all of this, even working on a computer, is new to me. So it's like I'm learning two things at once. So I thank God for like my mentor Joy, because she takes time and shows me a lot. But just gaining the confidence, listening to you guys has helped me a whole lot, because it's the first time I literally got on here. The day that morning before I clicked on, I was just reading something, and then Rod, you literally said exactly what I had just read. And I was just like, oh my God, this is where I'm supposed to be. I know I don't think I'm a part of this dream team, but I just thank God for it anyway. And just the prayer and all of this, putting systems in place, everything is just reinforcing what I need in my life. And I just want to thank God for you guys. You guys are truly a blessing. Jimmy, Natasha, all of you guys. And,
Hey, and Venice, this is the thing. You have a superpower that you don't want to diminish. This is a people business. And if you were in cosmetology, you are a master of people. So, I mean, I ran a salon, I owned a salon before. I mean, I don't do hair. You don't want me to do anybody's hair, but I did have cosmetologists working on my team. And I'm going to tell you this, you have a natural superpower. You're able to connect with people, work from your position of strength, and do not diminish it. I came into this business not knowing anything. Lean on the people here. You have amazing power already on the inside of you. Work your strength, and the rest will come as you work with your mentor and this team. You are going to do incredible things. So don't diminish the value of what you already have in your hand, because it's powerful.
That's good.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Amen to that. Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're glad to have you, Denise. Are you taking the right action? Are you taking the right action, guys? So after you've done all this, got your mindset right, reviewed your goals, know what you're going to be focused on, you got to take the right action as well. Faith without works is dead. You got to be taking the right actions. And what we talk about, making those calls. Guys, when I go on listing presentations now, you know, it ain't no hard sell for me. I go in with the expectation that you're hiring me to get your house sold. So shifting your mindset, taking the right action. And first, database always got to be your number one. Sphere of influence, calling, contacting, letting everybody know that you're in real estate, reminding them that you're in real estate on a regular, consistent basis. Now, from there, if you guys want to do all the other things that we talk about, you know, calling FISBOs for sale by own, whatever that's your superpower, whatever your strength is, if that's something you're strong in, or door knocking or whatever, but definitely that database, guys. So you got to think about, again, with like those three buckets we were talking about, those three streams, making sure every day that you're taking action to move your business forward. You can't just sit and just meditate on goals all day. You got to do something. You know what I mean? You got to do something. You got to take some action to get business flowing to you. Anybody on that, taking action? We want to do all that. We want to meditate on the goals, want to have it focused. We're going to do the whole introspect and watch what our thinking, but at some point you got to step out there and do something.
Well, you know, Ron, it's like this. Faith without works is dead. And we can say we have faith, and if we don't show us our works, then it's really irrelevant, anything that we're saying, right? Yeah. So, you know, and even I'm still listening to Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone, and something he said on there convicted me about my own personal disciplines. It's kind of like I have some disciplines, but I can always make them better. You know what I'm saying? We can always be improving on them. And so
I was looking at my level of discipline to pick up the phone every day. It's not there. And so I've got to make a commitment to say every day I'm going to make these calls, whatever it takes, and not make any excuses as to why it didn't happen, but really focus on making calls and making sure that happens every single day without question. Am I doing it yet? No, but I am committed in my mind. Okay, I'm going to do this today again. You know, they're saying every morning, waking up with that commitment. I'm going to make 10 calls. I'm going to connect with 10 people and have a conversation about real estate. So, yeah.
Did y'all write that down? Did y'all get that? That's a
Yes,
huge nugget.
it is. And I was thinking on that same lines as far as what Tasha just said is how, you know, you have to make the commitment, because trust me, if you do not pick up that phone and each time that you don't do it, that day goes by, nothing happens. And trust me, 9 times out of 10, not too much. Yeah, you might get a call here and there, but for the most part, your business is going to sit idle until you finally move forward and have some action and start making those calls. And once you start making those calls and you start doing it, you start feeling better about your business. But the more you don't do it, the more it hinders you from doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like working out. You know, you go to the gym, you're hitting it hard for a week, you're feeling good, but that one day you say, you know what, I ain't gonna go. Then guess what? That turns into 2 days. Nah, I ain't gonna go today, I'm gonna go today. Next thing you know, you out of the gym. How did it happen? That momentum that you had, you just stopped. And in this business, you have to keep a forward momentum at all times. Meaning, if you're calling, you got to continue to call. You got to continue to push yourself. Even when you get a transaction and you get into it and you got a settlement or a closing or home inspection or whatever, you still have to continue to do those things that's pushing your business forward. Because otherwise, you end up getting stagnant, sitting idle, and next thing you know, you're not going anywhere. You're looking to be a week down the road and you don't have anything in the pipeline. So I found myself in that situation where that's where you get the up and down waves. When you're doing good, you get 5 transactions. Next thing you know, you're dry for a couple of months. You know, you got something working something, but you don't have nothing getting ready to close. You know, so it's like always got to say, I got to keep forward momentum going. Whatever I do in my business, it has to be a forward momentum. Because once you slow down and stop doing what you're doing, your business will stop. Maybe not that day, but
it will.
within a near future, it's gonna stop. It's gonna turn to, from like you said, Rod, from a gush to a flow to a drip to just dry.
That's right. That's right.
Speak that word, Timothy. That is so true. I'm living that right now.
Absolutely, guys. You gotta. It's not enough just to look the part and know everything. Have Natasha's her intake forms for buyer and seller. You can gather up all the stuff, guys. But until you take action, you know, that's one of the things. You know, I got a couple of Marines on, Rodney and Cam. They'll test. It wasn't enough just to look the part, but you had to be.
Absolutely.
Had to be a Marine. And Pam too. Those military folks, you couldn't just look the part in the military.
No.
You know, you had to, you know.
Hey Rod, I never will forget. I think about this all the time. When I was on the drill field, a guy told me I was in the DI hut getting ready. I was edge dressing my shoes, getting squared away, and getting ready to go out and teach drill. And and the movement, you know, I can't remember what the movement was, but in my head I had it.
Yeah.
But he said it takes more than just edge dressing shoes and squaring away your duty belt and making sure you got a nice cover on because you know Thursdays was family day, so you know everybody wear their Sunday's best on Thursday because you know you're gonna have a lot of eyes on you.
Yeah.
But I was getting ready to go out and teach, and what he was telling me is, did you look at the drill manual before you went out, so that when you're talking to recruits, you know what you're gonna say. It ain't enough to just look good.
Look good.
You gotta know what you're saying when the words come out of your mouth. And I never forgot that.
Yeah. Yeah. When the rubber hits the road.
Yep. and that goes into putting in the work, is what he was saying. You got to put the work in. You know, you can't just go out there with your Ed's dress shoes and, you know, and the Chris Charlie's, you know, because you got to be looking good on Thursday. You know.
Yeah.
So
man, that's powerful. There, guys, you got to put the work in.
Yep, you got to put the work in. Absolutely.
You got to make the calls. You got to contact the people. You got to have conversations. You got to put the mental work in, the spiritual work. So a lot of people don't see the stuff behind the scenes that I do. You know, just like it's the same way in the body of Christ. You got the people that know you can speak the spiritual vernacular. You know the look. You know how to shout. But what's behind this? And do you have any work behind? What's your prayer life look like? Are you reading the Word of God? Are you fasting? Are you know?
You know, I remind my mentees about that on the real estate side. You talk about looking and acting like, but when's the last time you took a class? When have you read those forms so you know what you're talking about? It's the same thing.
Same thing.
If it's not in you, it's not in you, and you won't be able when you get on the spot to regurgitate, to bring it back up and tell somebody about it. It's the same thing.
Can I say something also though? You know, sometimes we think, you know, sometimes all these classes that you attend could be a hindrance. Maybe that's the time you need to be prospecting. Picking up the phone and making phone calls. You know, sometimes we just got to be able to be, you know, prioritize things, know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. We know the how. We just need to start doing it.
Yep.
We need to start to do it. That's what makes a difference, because all talk that's all it is. Talk. You know, I'm just so, and I'm so thankful that we are in a position you can write, no matter what you're going through right now, you can write your own check in 30 days. 30 days or less, your life can be transformed to what you envision it to be. Not what you're going through, what you envision it to be. Change the image that is in front of you. Change the image that is ahead of you. What are you declaring? If you've got to write, you need to have a vision board, whether it's on your phone, it's in your room, paste things around so that subconsciously it sinks into your spirit man. Because that's what creates. Nothing else creates anything. It's your spirit man that creates, because you're not flesh and bones. You might think you are, but you're not. You're a spirit being. You were made after the likeness and the image of God. And in all fairness, God is God. He has given you the ability to do. I've given you life and death. Choose life. You have the ability to create. You have the ability and you've got to create, but you've got to begin. Listen, even before I became a Christian, I've already said years ago, yonkers ago, that said, take a wealthy man's money away. See the difference? Wealthy man, take all his money away. He will recreate that wealth in no time. Get it back. Yes, he will. Take a rich man's money away. He will be struggling because he is rich just because of what he has. The wealth is different. Wealth is what is on the inside of you, the ability to create and regenerate. That's what wealth is. Rich is what is just in your bank account. Yes, you can be rich in wisdom. That's what we're talking about. You can be rich in knowledge, you know, but are you applying it? Are you letting wisdom overflow on your knowledge now? Are you depositing wisdom and allowing that to be what guides you? Don't just store up knowledge. Use the knowledge so that your wisdom, the wisdom God has given you, allows you to recreate and generate wealth.
Yes. That's good. I like that.
Boy, these nuggets on this call.
Jimmy on fire, man.
Awesome.
I told you guys, just wait. I'm gonna give you a testimony, and the testimony has got nothing to do with what is. My testimony is coming, and it's just to encourage, because I've identified and I know why I'm here on earth. I know my reason for being here. So, and I've chosen, I made up my mind. I will fulfill my purpose and destiny. The devil can't take me out.
That's right.
Because I know whose I am. When you know who and whose you are, everything else, nothing else matters. Nothing matters. Right. And that's the life you want to live. You want to live a life of purpose. You don't want to be just, just wealthy and rich and all the money that you can do. Money can buy you certain things. What's your purpose? What's your legacy?
Hey, Jim.
But you need money to do those things. So don't get deceived by it. You need money. So don't think I'm saying it because I'm poor. I am poor. I'm sorry. This has been recorded. Oh my goodness! I put my business out there. You gotta delete that.
Jimmy, when all those things happen, can I have that Range Rover?
Listen. I'll buy you a brand new one. You got more money. You got more money.
You ain't gotta buy me one. Just give me that one. I just want that one.
You don't want this. This particular one's got 184,675. You don't want this one.
I don't care. I don't have one. So that's a good start.
Hey, I've seen that other one Jimmy has that his wife drives.
Hey, I ain't seen that one, but I'll take the one Jimmy drives.
We're gonna live it like
he about to move up to a Rolls Royce.
It's roses. It doesn't do anything for me anymore.
How about somebody who haven't we heard from? What's the takeaway? Oh man, it's after 9. I didn't even realize it. Wow. Any takeaways from anybody we haven't heard from? Some of our newer folks. Any takeaways? Cam, Tabitha. I'm gonna call out some names. Marcella must be busy. She usually talks.
Sorry, I'm getting ready to go
Marcella went on vacation.
I see her picture up.
Is it? I thought she was out on vacation.
I'm here. My voice is still gone.
Oh, okay. All right.
Too much fun for your birthday.
Yes, thank you.
That's all right.
The young folks say turning up. She was turning up. Is that how they say it? Turn up or turn up? Oh man. Anybody
turn down now?
Rod, we both old school. They call it turned up, not turn up.
Yeah, turned up.
We both old school.
Right. Oh man. All right, guys. Any closing comments? We about to close out. Any takeaways?
Hey, Rod. Hey, Tim. Hey, appreciate you. These calls are more than just real estate. It gives thought not only to the way we do business, but the way we live our lives, our thought patterns, spiritual, natural, dealing with family. And we hit all points. It's never just, you get on this call and it's just, okay, your numbers, what'd you do, real estate transactions, and all that's well and good. You need that, about making money. And I know money ain't everything, but a good friend of mine told me it ranks right up there with oxygen. So we do got to talk about that. But the thing is, these calls help to bring life to your business and life to you in general, as far as where you want to go, because you can look at each other, peers, see the struggles that we having, see the spiritual challenges that we having, and then how we can overcome them. Not only getting problems and methods to do it, but real solutions, real experiences, because there's nothing like, somebody could tell you what they read in the book, or you can read something that you heard to somebody that never did it. Because you got, like you said, you got trainers out there that talk about things, but they ain't sold no real estate in 20 years or certain things. But we talk about some real things, real situation, real time. I just had this happen yesterday, last night, this morning, yada, yada. We're sharing those things. And believe it or not, those nuggets, I believe is really giving a lot of value to the dream team and to all our business. And so, all ships rise together, with the tide, all ships rise together, and we're lifting each other up. We may be at different levels, you may be at 10 listing, somebody else may be at 5, somebody else hadn't even done their first listing. But the thing is, we're raising each other's conscious level, raising each other's experience level. And I think together, you know, we're locking arms and we're moving forward. Those that want to be apart, we're moving forward. And I tell you what, I'm staying with this train because if I don't stay on the train gonna run me over and just keep on going down the track. So I'm on this train, but I'm holding on and I'm moving on with the dream team.
Amen. We're glad to have you, Tim.
Hey,
Hey, well said.
Hey, Rod, I don't want to miss Kyra's question in the chat. She had a question: as a new agent and mother of young boys, is there any advice as to how to be strategic about your business and time?
Tasha, you want to address that? I know you have young ones.
So I can start there. I am super busy with my kids all the time. Yesterday I had state, for example. My daughter made it to state for the track and field, and I was pretty much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
I was.
She get the wheels from you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, it's Joy. She came in 4th place in state. So
congratulations.
You know, I left my whole house at 7 a.m. yesterday morning. I did not make it back home until after 5. And it was a long day. But, you know, I weave real estate into everything I do. I'm sitting there talking to a family member of another track person that I was cheering on, another child that went to state, and I'm there supporting her. And we started talking, and I just, you know, I started talking about, you know, what I asked about what she did. And then I told her about what I did. So you learn how to weave real estate into every aspect. As a mom, I am very involved in everything my kids do. So everyone around me knows I'm in real estate. And if they don't, I'd be highly surprised. So, you know, has it gotten me any business yet? Actually, yes, because I had a mom just come up to me who follows me on social media and say, hey, we're thinking about listing our other house. And that is potentially a listing that's coming on the market in the next couple of months. So, you know, from my perspective as a mom, I have 3 girls, very, very active girls. I just put it in, I make it a part of everything that I do.
That's good. That's good. And Kyra, Kyra, you there? Just want to make sure you.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay. Good. So start declaring, like, what are you professing over your business? What are you saying that I can do this business with young boys and my time, my business, everything just kind of works out? What are you saying? Because if you're stuck in, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this business. I got my boys, I got this, I got all this family, man. If you stay there, then that's what's going to be. So
declaring what you're saying. Yeah, it's just I think it's maybe like Natasha says, a good point. I have to put in everything, and sort of organizing my time for my business and my boys is like a strategic is what I'm sort of trying to get better at right now.
And Kyra, I make my girls a part of the process too. I mean, they help me with signs, they help me with showings, I'm like, okay, who's going with me to a closing today? You know what I'm saying? Or who's going with me to put out, go on a showing today? I mean, they may be sitting in the car the whole time, but at least depending, they may want to get out of the house, they'll be on their phones or tablets or whatever, but I make them part of the process so that while I'm riding in between, I'm like, okay, you're the snack person today or the water person because I have a cooler in my car. So, I just do creative things to make them a part. They're my helpers, right? If I'm doing a mailer, they're stuffing envelopes. My middle child is my office organizer. She keeps me organized in my office because I can get chaotic. So I have different assignments for them. So I make them part of the process too.
I have taken my.
That's good. Oh, go ahead, Noelia.
I had taken my 4-year-old to showings with me. She knows how to show a house and she loves it. And the other day I was doing a Zoom call and I put it on silence. And she said, Mama, come on, can I talk? And I said, no. I said, I'm working. And she said, I work with you, remember? She wanted to talk during my Zoom call. So she is part of my business. She knows we work together. And every time I have taken her out to show houses, I said that I'm gonna pay her and I'll buy her a toy. So we go to the store and I buy her one toy. She already knows that.
That's
Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank
all
you,
right.
guys.
Good.
Good help.
That's
Yes,
great.
sir. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Start getting the creative and just seeing it, get a vision that you're doing this business, even with your kids and everything, and just make it fun like they're doing. Good, good. All right, guys. Great call. Let's hope everybody have a great weekend. Shareholders start Monday. So we'll still meet on Monday morning, just kind of a short call, but then we'll be getting ready for shareholders. It starts they're on Pacific time, so it probably starts around maybe 10 o'clock or so. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, have a blessed one. Great call. Thank you, everybody, for all the input.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Great
Have a good
weekend,
weekend.
everyone.
Have a great weekend. Thanks.
Okay,
Thank you
thanks.
all.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.
All right, thanks.
Okay.